north suburb of Dickson. I'd love it if you just move in a little bit. It'll help me out. I have got a big voice, but I've had a chest infection for and I've been COVID tested, don't worry, for the last 3 weeks or so my voice is not as strong as it normally is. By way of introduction, my name's Stephen Bunday, and I'm delighted to be your auctioneer today. And on behalf of Andrew Grenfell, Leo, and Emily, and the whole team at LJ Hooker Dickson, I'm really pleased to welcome you here today. Today's auction will take place according to the legislation. So in just a minute I will touch on some of the standard conditions for auction of residential property in the ACT, and then I will read through the front page of the contract, and I'm going to make an assumption that if you've registered to bid today, you have perused that contract, maybe even had your solicitor have a look at it. Then I'm going to ask Andrew to say a few words about this beautiful property, and then it will be your opportunity via hopefully competitive bidding to try and secure the property, because these owners have had it for a very long time. They've lavished love on it, and I reckon the next owner is going to have it for a very long time as well, so it won't be coming back. So if you're registered to bid, don't have any regrets. Go hard, enjoy yourself. I am here to help, and so is the whole team. So without any further ado, folks, and what a beautiful day we've got, by the way, I will touch on a few of these terms and conditions. I may make one bid for the seller of the property at any time during the auction. It's known as the vendor bid. I will make it nice and clear if it's my bid, folks, don't worry about that. Each person bidding must be entered onto the bidder's record, and I know that we have some registrations here today, but if you see the auction as representing great value at any time during the course of the proceedings, you can put your hand up and one of our staff will get you registered. And it has happened, folks. It happened to me at an auction not too long ago in O'Connor, where the person who registered 2/3 of the way through the auction bought the property. So bear that in mind. I may refuse any bid. I'm only going to do that if I don't think it's in the best interest of the seller, folks. I might withdraw the property from sale at any time, highly unlikely. If there is a dispute about a bid, I may resubmit the property for sale at the last undisputed bid or start the bidding again. The highest recorded bidder will be the buyer, subject to any reserve price. And this is number 11. I'm going to actually read out the whole thing because it's super important. It is part of the legislation. It says, if a reserve price has been set for the property, and I can assure you that it has, folks, and the property is passed in below the reserve price, the seller must first negotiate with the highest bidder for the purchase of the property. So that's super important. If we don't quite get there, be the last person with your hand in the air and get first crack at the seller's reserve. And number 12, lastly, the buyer must sign the contract, pay the deposit immediately after the fall of the hammer. Any questions arising from those? No. Okay. The contract describes the land as Block 9, Section 75 in the division or district of Dickson, and known to you and I as 18 Eady Street. The sellers are delightful people. I've actually known them for a very long time. And in fact, I was telling some of the prospective buyers, back in about 1998, I tried to buy this house. But Tony and Kath weren't quite ready to sell it back then. They are now. The stakeholder is our office, LJ Hooker Dickson Trust Account. The seller's agent is LJ Hooker Dickson, and we've been beautifully represented by Mr. Andrew Grenfell over here on my left and his erstwhile team. All terrific people. And I know if you've met any of the team during the course of the marketing, even little Leo, you will have found it to be helpful, thoughtful, kind, considerate, and hard-working. There's no restrictions on transfer with this one. There's no land rent associated with it. The property is offered with vacant possession, and I know the owners are excited to move to their new home on its completion. Breach of covenant unit articles have been disclosed in the required documents. They've been available to Andrew and Emily and Leo for the last 24 days and here on display for the last half an hour or so. And the goods are described as fixed floor coverings, light fittings and window treatments as inspected. Because you're going to hear from Andrew in just a moment, and as I'm sure you know if you've inspected the home yourself, other than today, you'll get a lot more than that bland legal description when you buy this property. This is a home, folks, and this garden is absolutely magnificent. We've got 1,200 square metres of land, very close to the Dickson wetlands, so just magnificent. Now the date for completion, we've been handing out a contract or emailing out a contract that says within 30 days, but Andrew has spoken to nearly all of the buyers, and he may have missed one or two to say that it will be 60 plus days unless you have already negotiated a slightly lesser time with the owners via Andrew, and that will be upheld, or a longer time too. And the contract calls for 10% at the fall of the hammer, unless also you have made a different arrangement, perhaps for a greater or a lesser deposit with the owners via Andrew. All right, I think that's about it from me. Andrew.
Thank you, Stephen.
I forgot to say, he's got laryngitis, folks. He has also been COVID tested. There's something going on in our office.
So yeah, I have been unwell for the past week, so thank you everybody for your patience. I will be talking to each of you as the auction proceeds, and I will wear a mask just for your safety and mine. But yeah, thank you everybody for attending the auction today. We do have a beautiful day. And it is, as Stephen mentioned, it is an absolutely beautiful property. The first time I walked through this property, I had to, set foot on this property, I fell in love with it, and I'm sure you guys can all appreciate that. Just standing in the backyard here, you have such a huge block for kids, for pets, for anything that you would like to do. But we have these beautiful deciduous trees as well, which provide shade through the summer months. Talking about the house, I mean, I could go on forever. The renovations that have been completed are absolutely beautiful. The house has a beautiful cross-flow ventilation. The sellers have really made this a home, as Stephen said, and it has such a warm feel throughout. Just in winter with that fireplace, I can imagine myself, and I'm sure you can as well, sitting around with the family, enjoying their company with friends, having a nice glass of red. So I won't go on any longer. I wish everybody the best of luck. I will be coming around. Let me know if you have any questions. But thank you for attending.
Thanks, Andrew. Lovely words. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's enough from Andrew and myself. And now it's over to you. Looking for an opening bid or call. Who is to start me away? How much, madam? Sorry? 910. We can do that. And welcome to the bidding. Bidder number 17 at 910. Best of luck to you. All right, like to move along fairly smartly from there. We're at 910 over here with bidder number 17. Is there 950 to keep us going? I was going to start
1 million.
$1 million. Thank you, madam. That's where I was going to start. I love your smile and best of luck to you as well. You were very quick on the number plate though. You got to turn it round.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry. Number 3, lucky number 3. We're at $1 million now, madam. Come back to you I'll give you another chance at 10. $1 million over here with bidder number 3. Do you want to say $1,000,010 or say a bigger bid if you want? But $1 million. Over here on my left now, there's been plenty of interest. Beautiful home. $1 million only. I'm going to call it in. $1 million first time, 18 Eady Street in Dickson. And $1,000,010. Welcome, sir. Best of luck to you also. $1,020. And 20, she says. Sir, it's against you at 20. 30 if you like. 30, he says. 40 now. 50 for you. And 50 now. I would have thought so. 60, she says. She's tiring though, sir. And 70. $1,070,000 we've got. $1,070,000 is the bid. $1,080,000. Only a 2-horse race at the moment. We're $1,080,000. Make no mistake. Over here on my left. 190, sir, or 1.1. 190. $1,090,000. 1.1. 1.1. Watch the coffee. I did forget to thank Sam, the coffee man. He's an absolute legend. And those coffees are on LJ Hooker Dixon and Andrew Grenfell, folks. So I hope you enjoyed them. Where are we at there, Steph? We're at 1.1. 1.1 is the bid. 1.1 is the offer. 1.15. Great, fresh bidding. Well done, sir. Good luck to you too. Quick on the number plate as well. Can we just see it again? Bidder number 2. 1.15 it is. Madam, what do you want to do?
1.16.
1.6 she says straight away. Sir, 1.7 or go 1.7 now. 1.8? 1.8 now. 1.9? It's a yes from me, sir. 1.9. 1.2? 1.2 against you. Haven't forgotten about you guys. We're at 1.2 million. Take your 10 back if you want. What about you guys, my erstwhile starters? 1.2 million over here. I'm going to call it in. 1.21. Thanks, madam. You're awfully quick as well. I know it's nerve-wracking. Can you just pop the number up again? Bidder number 24. 1.21. What do you want to do? 2.2? 1.220. 1.220 now. Madam? You sure? You didn't come for just one bid, did you? Big, 1,220,000. George? 125. Nice bit. Just need to see your card. Thanks, mate. 125 it is. 1,250,000 now. Just the Thank you. Thanks, mate. $1,250,000 only is the bid and the call. And 60. You sure, madam? I'll take 5. I'll take 1 if it helps. You 100% sure? $1,250,000, 18 Eady Street in Dickson. Beautiful house, beautiful spot, beautiful garden. First time. Sorry, there goes my voice. 1.25. Second time of calling. 1,255. We can do that, sir. Welcome back in. 1,255 it is. 127. Just see your card again. Sorry, it's the legislation. Bid of number 20 on 127. What do you want to do? Take 5 again if it helps you. Are you sure? You said that before. I'm beginning not to trust you. We're at 1.27 million. First call. Second call. 1.27. Third and final time. Excuse me. Is there any further bid? Any further offer? Will it help anybody in the yard? If I say we are for outright sale, the house is going to be sold to these people and it won't be coming back. Right, and this time at 1.27 million with bidder number 21. First, second, third and final. Is everybody out? Are we all done? Are we all sure? No regrets. Selling, selling, and sold. Welcome to Dickson, guys. I know you've been looking for a long while. Well, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Andrew Grenfell and his team and my whole office at LJ Hooker Dickson, thank you so much for coming. If I can get you to leave by the side gate, we've got